Welcome to part 3. Been doing some hard work today, which is on the awning rails, chipping out all this old putty. It'll focus. There you go. So that's quite a pain to get out. I've been using a medical adhesive removal spray, in fact. Or you can use alcohol, but I just had some medical adhesive removal spray, and that's the ones I've done. And there you go, without the awning rail on. So Sam's been very busy chiseling all this out. Still some more to do down here. Holes to repair. I've just taken these lights out, little side lights. They were rotten, so that needs cleaning off, and then we can put the new lights on. Still trying to get it ready for the weekend so it's watertight. Apart from the front, there's no window sills in the front anymore, as you can see from the last video. Showed you how rotten that was in there. So yeah, the awning rails off all round, rails on top. All of the roof has been cleaned. I'm not a fan of height, so this is about as high as I dare go up. But yeah, as you can see, the roof's a lot cleaner. I did order a new skylight. It's actually just been delivered, but I've changed my mind about actually putting a skylight in. I'm just going to blank the entire area off and put some ventilation up here at some point. And there's the van. Show you inside. I don't know if you've seen in here where this has been lifted up today with the skylight. That's all nice and dry, so that's good news. But it could have been a point of entry for water in the future, with this not being the best of repairs. So I'll just blank it off. I'm going to get a piece of polycarbonate. Unfortunately, this piece of polycarbonate that's on here isn't actually big enough. So another piece of polycarbonate that's actually big enough to gap the hole and seal it in with the putty tape. I don't think much else has actually gone off in here. Everything's been outside so far. Another look at the windows. So obviously when the caravan's all sealed and no water can get in, inside this cupboard water's been coming in, but that's actually from the roof seal that runs along, that bonds the roof of the van to the fiberglass on the front. And when Sam took the roof seal off, there was water underneath, so you could see where it had been seeping underneath. Which is why, really, if you're going to do a proper job, you've got to take your awning rails off, you've got to take your roof seals off, clean off the rubbish, and get the new putty tape on there. Just see if I can find the putty tape for you. I think the putty tape's in the house, but these are the new lights. One that came yesterday and one that the guy we bought the van off. So they are a matching pair. I thought they would be, which is good. So that'll look good when they're on. So that's what I've been using to clean off the putty, medical adhesive removal spray for your body. If you've got a stoma, I've just had mine removed, so I don't need the spray anymore. I did have a bit of a supply. But yeah, there's your putty tape. That's quite heavy, and it's just on a roll. You just peel it off and stick that to the van, and hey press, and then put the awning rails back on and the roof seals back on, and there you go. You're all sealed up, and then you're better off just rubbing a bit of putting a really good quality silicone down the side of it. I'll show you which one we're using. Okay, so the one we're going to be using, we've already started using this, but everything that we've used this for is actually come off now, because we decided to take the railings off rather than just rub some sealant down the side of the awning rails and the roof seal, and that was a good job. But the Soudall Fix-All Crystal is supposed to be absolutely spot on for doing caravans. There are other brands out there, but that's one of the top ones. I can't remember the name of the other one off the top of my head, but if you go on ChatGPT, that'll tell you the best ones to use. We use ChatGPT a lot. 10-year roof seal, that black, that's going to get used for sealing the roof. once everything's done, just to make sure everything's sealed. There's some silly little things on the van I'll show you. So here, for instance, someone's put screws on the inside and they've come to the outside. So I'm going to have to find out where they are on the inside and remove those and seal that up. Spotted another one. There's another one. But at least it's got a good hitch. This is a really good quality German hitch that it's got on there. So that's good. My auxiliary wire down here. Bit of a state, but I've ordered some new wire. My son-in-law, Joey, he's going to fit as a new wire. I've got the new plug as well, but that's hardly a pressing issue when there's so much other work to do, as you can clearly see. So once everything's sealed up, all of this is going to come out, all that wood, so we can get behind there and get rid of all the old damp stuff. As soon as things sealed as well, we are going to bring the dehumidifier in just to dry everything out, so then we can decide what wood needs to be replaced and what wood we can get away with putting some wood hardener on. Because if it's not been too damp and it's still got some strength to it, you can reuse it. But as you can see, I think that's probably gone. I'm not sure. Until it's dried out, you really don't know. But the least we have to rebuild and it still be structurally sound, obviously that's the main issue. That light's attacking me again. All the electrics seem to work. We've got a new leisure battery coming soon, 100 milliamp lithium ion. The 85 amp hour battery that came isn't up to much. Got a lot of woodwork to do in here, so much woodwork, but it'll get done. But I think that is probably going to be the last job, because I'm going to start at the front. Because yes, the roof's going to be watertight, but obviously with no seals on, that isn't. So we're going to put a piece of tarp over the front, tape it up, start removing this, rebuild the front end, put the new seals on. Then that's done. Then the front end can go back in and the kitchen can come out, and anything that needs replacing behind there is going to get replaced. Got an idea of putting 2 water tanks underneath here, only probably 10 gallon, 2 10-gallon tanks, because we're not going to have a shower in here. We'll use the campsite for having a shower. All the sink's going to be for is washing your hands and washing your pots, so we don't need a lot. So fresh water tank under there, so I don't have to use a big Bowser thing and go and collect water. Just fill it up with the hose as you enter the site. And I'm going to do away with this heater. Underneath here there's a water heater, that's got to go. It's 24 years old. I don't want to be messing about with too many gas items. The fridge runs on gas, 12 volts and 240 volts. So I'll get that checked over before we use it on gas to make sure it's safe. The cooker, that's going to get checked over before it's used, make sure that's safe on gas. If not, replace that. If the fridge isn't good, that'll have to get replaced. But yeah, instead of storage under here, I'm just going to 2 tanks, a gas water heater. Cost about £65 I've seen them for, which is quite reasonable, just to warm the water for washing your hands and washing the pots with. And regarding heating, you can just get some 12 volt fan heaters. I'm going to put the plug into a cigarette lighter socket, and I've got some cigarette lighter sockets that I've bought, 6 of them. I'm just going to dot them around the van, in the front, in the back, so anyone who wants to plug in a USB charger to charge their phone, get that plugged in, or plug the heater in, what have you. So yeah, I think that'll do for this update, and we'll be uploading another video very soon, because we're always going to be cracking on with this van until we can actually use it and go away. So see you next time.